So this is a video of my it's a 2004 Katana, Suzuki AY50 Katana. It's had a bit of a drastic change. You've got it as a non-runner. It's a bit of a mess, still is. Needs a lot of work doing to it still. So the refurb carb, the original one. New choke, fuel filter. It's had the engine split. New crank in it. It's an Aprilia SR50 crank. New bearings, seals, the lot. It was originally air conditioned, not air conditioned, air cooled. Imagine. It's now water cooled. So it's had a complete adjustment. New piping, piping there, small pipe going to what will be, or what is the electric water pump, which is the main reason for the video. So I've got the piping now. Now with the air cooled Suzuki AY50, there's a difficulty with the headlights. The headlights are quite big, and you've got to get the converted spotlights to have room for the radiator. Now I've kind of had to botch that a little bit, but it's in and it works, which is good. It's got a picture there, just ignore all the mess. It's all going to be tidied up very shortly and painted. That's that, the big gaping hole there, which is going to be covered. But all the piping's there now, it's all together. That's again an Aprilia SR50 radiator cooling tank. That's all on a single bracket. There's both sides. You got to put the left side bottom there going to the front. There we go. And here, these wires are just so I can connect a car battery in a minute, so I can run the water pump. It's connected to a wire, a red wire there, and earth at the back of here. Where the obviously with the air cool still got the cover there, and it's just a dust cover more than anything really. There we go. So it's basically earthed on a bolt on the back there into the crankcase, and the power wire is going straight from the main cable, main power lead. It's a direct cable. It's constant power, so I'm going to put on an off switch just here, so I've got control over that. I've not done any sort of voltage meters or adjusters or anything like that sort of thing at the moment. I'm going to see how it goes. It's constant speed, I guess, at the minute, and it's going to probably lower when I use power within the bike, indicators, headlights, etc. It all needs to really good tidy up. Yeah, obviously we've got it as a bit of a scrap, and it was in worse state, believe it or not. Brakes, drums are all new. The calipers are new. Everything's pretty much new. It's been completely rebuilt. Engine off, engine split. Replacement manifold. I've used original parts because they're a bit of a nightmare. And anyway, any aftermarket ones you get just don't seem to fit. So I've had to really forage a little bit for parts, original parts. That's why I've got an original carburetor, because I did have one, which was it was a Chinese brand, but it just didn't work. It was awful. It was just really cheaply made. So I used the original one, rebuilt it. But I've got a 90 main jet in there at the moment, because this conversion is actually a 70 kit. So it's just to compensate, and it seems to work quite well, which is really good. So it's idling its speed at constant speed at the minute, which is really good, and revving sufficiently. So got a big daft car battery. Ignore all this. This is obviously work in progress stuff. I'm going to connect the cable to the lead just to show you. Now this is quite interesting actually. This here is an electric water pump from a Mercedes E-Class, which is really stupid. But when I researched the power, voltage, etc., this one came up in the search option. So we had a look at it, and it's exactly the same. It delivers the same amount as a motorbike one that you see on most retailers. I've actually made a bleed hole there, which is quite easy to do. And it's again wired through the back there, which again needs to be tidied up, and it will be. Just this is all rough and ready at the minute. It's just to get it all running, working, so I can get it all tied up and ready for the road. But yeah, if I just connect, I'm going to try and do this so you can see the connection first. If you just bear with me, just put my phone down a second. Ignore the mess, like I say. So I want to get, I'll actually turn it on so I can show you the pump working as such. So find something to lean on. Steel boxes. Love these.